Hey everybody, Ziel here. So I'm here to help women heal their bodies through movement, breathwork, and intuition. And today I'm really excited for you to join me. I'm going to be teaching you a short 10-ish minutes total body workout. So I am going to use some light 5-pound dumbbells. So I invite you, if you have some 5 or so pound dumbbells, go ahead and grab them and we'll get started. And if you don't, that's okay. You can go ahead and do the motions without the weights or go grab, water bottles, something like that. Something that you can just hang on your hands because it doesn't have to be super heavy to be really effective. Also, a couple things I want to mention before we get started is that I love offering modifications to movements and exercises because I may teach the more advanced version and I'm going to give some of you the options of what and how to modify. I love to do that in my workouts. And just because it's modified, don't think that it's always easy or too easy for you, right? Sometimes actually, many times, the modification is actually more beneficial for your body because you can actually feel the connections that you're supposed to be feeling, right? So welcome everybody to my in-home Pilates studio. So let's go ahead. We're gonna actually start down on our mat first. We're gonna do one of my favorite exercises. So I'm gonna move my weights out of the way. And that is plank slides. So I don't just love holding static planks, I like to get you moving through them. This is a great way to warm up your entire body, okay? And for these, I invite you, again, to modify them. You can go on the edge of your couch or the edge of a chair is a really great way to modify these. So we're gonna go on our forearms, either on our mat or on the edge of our couch. We're gonna reach our legs back, and I want you to think about lengthening tall to the top of your head. Exhale, you're gonna fire those quads. Exhale, you're gonna zip up that low belly. Inhale, we're gonna press the heels back, and then exhale, we're gonna go forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. So we're always thinking about what is our breath doing. We're connecting long and strong through our entire body. Exhale, using that exhale, that breath, to help facilitate our movement forward. This is warming up our abs, warming up our entire core and our legs. Let's keep going. Let's go for 5 and 4, 3. Here's 2. Last one. Then I want you to release on back. Let's do a quick little child's pose here. Deep breath into your low back. And then I want you to exhale. We're going to round our spine up. And then inhale as we go back. I want you to open across your sternum. Feel some spreading of those sits bones back there. Exhale. We're going to round and we're going to press the right side of our spine up towards the sky. Inhale and go back, and then exhale, round, send that left side up towards the sky. Inhale and back. So we're just moving our spine, warming up our core, warming up our back. We'll do one more on each side. Just starting to get some nice movement today, and then we're gonna finish to the center. I want you to round, come all the way to the center. Okay, from here, let's go ahead and stand, and we're gonna grab our weights. We're gonna do a little combo here, okay? So we're gonna start with just a nice, comfortable, wide position. I want you to hold the weights in front of you if you have them. We're using that mid-back to grow tall and be strong. So we're gonna inhale to lower down, and we're gonna pulse some squats here. So when we do these, we wanna think about using the underside of those legs, quads, pressing our feet into our mat, lengthening tall the entire time because we never wanna feel compression through our spine. Last 3 and 2. Here's your last one. I want you to hold it. We're gonna bring those arms out to the side. As we come up, we're gonna press our arms up to a full shoulder press. And then inhale, we're gonna control it down. Exhale, press. Gotta really feel that nice connection of our legs. Moving nice and slow and controlled through these. Good feeling as we're pressing those arms up. We're using a lot of that wrapping underneath our rib cage, underneath our shoulders. Let's go for 5 and 4. 2 more. And last one. And from here, we're gonna do some tricep work. So I'll show you from the side. So we're always zipping up our core. We're gonna send our hips back, but we're not hanging out to our low back. Arms are at our side. We're gonna press back and squeeze, and then slowly release. Exhale, press. Thinking about gently rolling those shoulders back towards each other. And if you can, try to get your torso even more parallel towards the ground. So even though we're working triceps, we're zipping up that low belly. We're feeling a little lift in the back of the hamstrings. Okay, let's go for 6, 5, last 3. Okay, hold this last one, and we're gonna do little arm pulses up. Pulse, pulse, making sure that this is like opening your chest, staying out of your neck. Lots of mid-back, lots of triceps here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And go ahead and press on up. Let's go and put these off to the side for a second. So when we do that, make sure you're not rounding all the way down. I want you to go into like a squat. We'll set the weights down, and then we're gonna do some full rotation. These are so good to help balance out our body. So I want you to zipping up tall. We're gonna lift our left heel, and we're gonna reach up. And we're gonna start to rotate. Inhale, coming back to center. Lift the opposite leg, and rotate. You're starting to kind of warm up through the pelvis, getting that rotation through the hips and through the ribs, not the low back. We're lengthening up out of our low back, zipping up that low belly, reaching long through those arms. So we're starting to warm up, feel opposition through our arms, through our torso. Challenge that rotation. If you can go farther, go for it. Okay, let's go for 2 more here. And then here's your last one. Great job. Okay, let's go ahead and grab those weights again. So again, when we pick these up, we're not rounding down. We're lengthening up, lowering to pick them up. Okay, let's do some lunges here. It's a great way to really work those legs here on, New Year's Day. So zipping up that core. We're going to, if the weights get too much, please put them down, okay? So you're gonna go palms up towards the ceiling. As we lower down into our lunge, our arms go forward, and then as we come up, we pull our arms back. Okay, so this is also a good one you can use 3-pound dumbbells for, or no weights at all. Good, controlling on the way down. Exhale, growing taller and stronger on the way up. Okay, you're halfway. 5 more. Try to look out in front of you. Last 2. Here's the last one. And we'll switch. Okay, this time we'll switch the arms. So palms are gonna be down. Okay, so as we lower into our lunge, we're bringing our arms up. As we come up, our arms come back. Okay, bringing up, shoulder raise, and lift. These are full body exercises here. We feel everything from our foot all the way through our core to the top of our head. Halfway. Last 5. Two more here. Finish strong. And here's the last one. Okay, let's go ahead and lower on down to our back. So we're gonna put one weight down. We're gonna take the other one. We're gonna come on down to our mat. Sit kind of in the middle with the weight. We're gonna roll on back. Hopefully you can see me okay. So we're gonna take the weight behind our head. We're gonna bring our legs into a froggy leg position. We wanna make sure we're really getting connected with our hands around the weight. We're gonna just grab it like this. Exhale, the weight goes between our knees. Inhale, and we open out. And then if you're ready and you want to add flexion, you can follow me and flex up. Now make sure you're feeling good and strong through here, no tension in your neck, no diastasis recti, otherwise I want you to keep your head down when you do these. Good, making sure we're not jamming our low back, taking our time through these. Really make sure we're lifting with the abdominals, feeling that light connection of the pelvic floor. Okay, let's go for 5. Last 3. And here's
last one. If you're flexing, stay here in little pulses for 5, 4, pulsing's coming from the ribs, 2, and 1. Lower on down, let's place the weight off to the side, and we're gonna do some hip rolls here. Always love to do hip rolls after any sort of flexion, so we're opening up our hips. So exhale, little pelvic tilt, nice and slow. Come on up. Let's do some pulses here. So little pulses, zipping up that low belly. These are good to do for pelvic floor, really feeling that nice deep connection, making sure our hamstrings are working. And let's go for 5. Last 2 and 1. Hold it, and nice and slow, I want you to articulate, rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time. Okay, from here we're gonna roll to our side for some side planks. So I'm gonna show you first the modification, and I encourage you to start there, which I will do, and then we'll move on, but you're welcome to stay at the modification. So our knees are in alignment, but we're gonna keep this bottom leg down. Okay, so we have a little extra support. We're gonna exhale, we're wrapping around the ribs, so we're not have any tension on our neck. Okay, so exhale, we're coming up, arm towards the ceiling. We're gonna inhale, lower, exhale, and lift. Inhale, control it down. Gotta work in that side line. Zipping up that core, really opening up across our chest as well here. Good stretch for those pecs here. Okay, you can either continue here or extend the bottom leg out to make it a little more challenging. Lower, lift, just for 5, 4, 3. Your last one, hold. Go ahead and release, and we'll flip on over to the other side. And notice if maybe you felt a little bit more connection with the modification. I would encourage you to continue doing that modification for a while, okay? So wrapping the ribs, connecting with that lower hip. Inhale to lower, exhale and lift. Control it on the way down. We're working just as hard on the way down, ladies, as we are on the way up. Okay, now if you're ready for more challenge, extend the bottom leg out. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Control it down. Really grow tall through this. We want to find space. Last 3 and 2. Here's your last one, and go ahead and release. We're gonna finish with some extensions here. It's always good to work on some extensions for the back line, especially in the winter time. So make sure you follow my instructions very closely on this, because when you're doing back extensions, they should never, ever, ever hurt your back, okay? That is your body saying, hey, we need to back off a little bit, okay? So we want our legs open a little bit. I like those legs open out. We're gonna do some swan preps here. So I want your hands back, kind of past your chest here. I want you to lower on down, put your head all the way down on your mat, and you're gonna take a deep breath into your low back. As you exhale, I want you to gently wrap those shoulders back towards each other. Lengthen your head forward, and just very, very slightly lift up off of your mat. I want the connection to come from your middle back, think bra line and above that, not your neck and not your low back. When we inhale, we lower down. Exhale, slide the chest forward, open up across the sternum, wrap those shoulders back, and lift. Okay, so we should not be feeling any tension in our low back at all. Inhale to lower. Reach longer through those legs, so your quads are on. Light glute hamstring connection, but we're not gripping. Exhale, zip up, wrap those shoulders back, and lift. And again, don't worry if you feel like you're barely lifting, that's okay. Remember, I've been doing this for a very long time. Good, so wrap those shoulders back. Inhale to lower, so do a couple more. Exhale, zip up that core lightly. Shoulders are rolling back, we're lengthening through the top of our head. Just looking past the front of your mat. Don't feel like you have to look at the wall. Deep breath into your low back, exhale. Okay, let's do one more here. Good, then I want you to release all the way down. Place your forehead on your hands, and I want you to take a nice slow deep breath all the way into your low back. Try to feel like some expansion down there in that lower back, all the way down around your sacrum. Then one more. And then exhale, it's coming up. We're gonna finish with some mermaids here, because these feel so good. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, sit opposite of me here, and we're gonna bring your left arm hip back, and open on up. Good, get a nice side reach. You can bring that arm over your head. You can even add just a slight little twist here. Inhale and open, and lower on down, and then we'll switch sides. Okay, come on over to the other side. Sitting up nice and tall, and then come on up. Bringing that arm overhead, even adding a little light twist into your back, and open, and then growing nice and tall. Okay, great job on this total body workout. We're not quite done today. I just want to mention for those of you that are watching, you don't know, you can find workouts like this as well as so many other workouts that I teach in my Core Studio workout app. So you can find that information on my website at ericaziel.com. And right now what I want to do is I want to move into a short little couple minute presencing breath exercise. It's super, super powerful, so I really encourage you to hang out here with me. I'm gonna grab a box to sit on. I feel like I'm so far away from you guys. So if I can get myself up a little bit so I can be in the frame. Okay, so we're gonna sit up here. And I invite you when you do this, sit comfortably, okay? So if you can't sit with your legs crossed comfortably, please sit in a chair, on a couch, it doesn't matter. It's not like we have to sit in this perfect yoga meditation pose or anything like that. Just sit comfortably, okay? And as I coach you ladies through this, one thing I want you to know is what I'm gonna teach you here, you don't have to do this with your eyes closed in a seated position. I like to have you do it like that when you first do it with me, and then from time to time I invite you to do that, because it's really, really powerful for us to just take a moment to really be present with ourselves and what our body needs, right? We've been moving. You can obviously hear I'm a little winded. Talking and working out is makes all the work. It's 10 times harder. I'm always like, oh my gosh. But so it's a good time to kind of recenter, pull ourselves in, really center what our body needs, okay? Because so many times we're busy, 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 go, 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 right? It's, New Year's Day. And it's this time that we're all thinking about, okay, what do we want in the new year? What are our new goals? What are our new resolutions? Which I'm going to actually be, I'm doing a 3-week series on my Core Connections podcast where I encourage all of you to tune into that, because I'm going to help you all go deeper to setting your goals and really getting to the deeper purpose and things like that, so that you can actually be sustainable and reach those goals that you desire to reach, instead of where so many people, right, by February have kind of given up on their resolutions and things like that. So I'm going to be coaching all of you on that. So right here, right now, what I invite all of you to do is we're just going to start to take some nice, slow, deep breaths in, breathing in through your nose, and exhale out through your mouth. And I do want to make sure, try to make sure you're really sitting up tall so we can really feel expansion through our ribs. And then breathing deep all the way into your low back. Good, and even all the way down into your belly and into your pelvis. And as you continue your nice slow breathing, don't feel like you have to breathe for a certain amount of counts unless you want to. What I want you to start to be aware of is what's going on with your body. Feel free to move a little bit, wiggle a little bit. Just think about just any thoughts that are coming that have nothing to do with your body and what's going on right now. Just let them pass. My girlfriend Sarah's always just visualize them as clouds passing by. And it's okay. We're not trying to stop our thoughts, right? We're always thinking. But what I want you to do in this moment is really tune into your body. What's your body telling you? What is going on with your body right here, right now, today? Maybe you feel a little tired because you stayed up late last night, right? Maybe you've been dealing with some back pain or some pelvic floor stuff or some neck stuff, or maybe you've just been feeling really stressed. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter, okay? So I want you to just be aware of it. What we're gonna do and be aware of what is going on with our body without judgment, okay? And this may be the thing that many of you find today, is recognizing that, wow, I'm really hard on myself and I really judge myself a lot when something's hurting, or I feel stressed, or I feel like I'm not doing enough, or I feel like I'm not good enough, or whatever the heck it is that's coming up for you. I want you to recognize that, and I want you to take the judgment out of it. It is what it is. If it's there for a reason. It's there to tell you and teach you something. That's my firm belief. So we have a choice today, ladies. Continuing your breath as you're hearing me talk through this, close your eyes even, is that I want you to choose, if you desire, to be like, oh, my body's just communicating with me. There's no judgment here, okay?
What I want you to do is whatever feeling is coming up for you, or pain, or maybe there's multiple things, it doesn't matter. I want you to breathe into that area, and I want you to visualize it leaving as you exhale. It is leaving with your exhale, and as you inhale, you're filling up your body, filling up that area with just amazing, loving energy. And as you exhale again, visualize out whatever crap is coming up for you today, right? It's just all it is. There's no judgment here, no judgment. And I know some of you are probably thinking, Erica, but I can't even breathe past my chest. That's okay. So today what you're gonna do is you're gonna breathe into your chest, and you're probably feeling some stagnation or stuckness and things like that. And I want you to visualize out that feeling that's coming up for you, right? Anything that's coming up for you that you're like, yeah, it's not serving me, it's not helping me, it's coming up for a reason. So we want to breathe into it and just let it out. Okay, I want you to do this just for a couple more breath cycles. I'm going to stop talking. Good, take one more nice deep breath in. And then exhale that out. And I welcome you to open your eyes now. And I just want you to sit with this for a moment. Was there some stuff that came out for you that you're like, wow, I did notice a little shift, or maybe you did notice yourself, judging yourself a little bit for whatever was coming up? Here's the thing, it's like we just have to embrace right where we are today, and the more that we can embrace that and embrace the fact that we are where we're supposed to be, and that whatever is coming up for us, whatever is going on in life, if we can look at it in a way of what are we learning from this and actually reflect on that and work to improve our relationship with ourselves, then before you know it, you feel more energized, you have less aches and pains, and life just starts to work for you so much easier than feeling as though it's working against you. So I hope that was helpful. I invite you ladies to do that again. I invite you to do that. You can do it throughout your day. You don't have to sit, like I said, and close your eyes. You could be out for a walk. I love to do this when I'm out for a walk and just kind of take account for it's a good time to reflect. It's a good time to visualize. It's a good time to be like, oh, is there something coming up for me? I had some shoulder stuff coming up for me over Thanksgiving and early December because I was out of alignment. I was working too much. And it was what it was. And I was like, okay, there wasn't any judgment there. It was just it was a reflection to me. My body was saying, hey, something's out of balance here with your life. And it's time to reflect on that. And then what do I need to do in order to get things in better alignment? Okay, so there's so much. I love talking about this. I tend to do a lot more of this actually inside Core Rehab because I do coaching calls in there and we do a lot more of the mindfulness work. But this is simple, and don't override simplicity of really improving your personal development because it's so powerful. And I know it's a new year and everyone's looking get back to working out, creating good habits. I'm really going to encourage all of you, if you're not in my Core Studio workout app yet, to check it out. We have, today, I don't know, I think we're at 80 plus workouts in there. They're short. A lot of them are the 10 to 15 minutes because I'm a firm believer that less can be more, and just getting yourself moving 10 or 15 minutes on a daily basis instead of doing, say, 2 blocks of 60-minute really hard workouts. Those daily practices, not only is it good for you physically and for your strength because you will get stronger with only 10 or 15 minute workouts a day, but it's so good just for you mentally and for lengthening your body because there's so much, and I can talk about this for hours, right? The energetic effect of getting some light movement and how that involves our fascia and specific energy that actually flows through our fascia, right? I won't get into it today, but I'm happy to talk about it on a later date. And in there I also teach little training techniques on how to do certain exercises, and I do have little mindfulness techniques and all those things because I'm a firm believer that it's just, that daily practice, even if it's not a lot, and and then us educating ourselves. I'm here to empower each and every one of you. So I love teaching this to all my students. It's like, yes, I'm here to guide you, but I also want to empower you so you can learn the knowledge, so you are bettering your workout. So instead of just doing a squat or doing a back extension, I want you to really understand how to do it, how to breathe with it, what you should be feeling, because that's going to really amplify the effectiveness of your movement practice, right? So we're not just moving to burn calories. From my perspective, like, yeah, you're going to burn calories. It's great, right? It's part of that aspect of being healthy. But the reality is that we can't work, we can't work out a crappy diet, right? So we still have to eat well, okay? But we're not talking about nutrition today. But from a movement perspective, like, it is so powerful to just get a little bit of movement in on a daily basis. And all my students, like, they talk about the power. Like, so many people are like, Erica, really, is 10 or 15 minutes a day, like, gonna do anything? And it's like, absolutely, absolutely.